Hi, welcome back. Jeff from Acme LiveScan and Notary and co-founder of the Notary family. So I just wanted to talk about a subject that is not common for me to speak about, and that is remote online notarization. So I'm here in California. I cannot do remote online notarizations as a notary public here, but they get done here in California. And I wanted to share with you that you can be a facilitator of remote online notarization. It doesn't matter what state you're in, you could be a facilitator in whatever state you live in. But what this means is you essentially link the client with the notary, with the remote online notary. And this, I've spoken to many people that actually are remote notaries, and they actually facilitate remote notarizations. Essentially, they hire a notary to do the work for them. So it's kind of like a signing service. You make the appointment and push the client to the right notary and get it done. And I know that a lot of people, or I shouldn't say a lot of people, but many notaries are scared of the remote online notarization coming and taking over the world, which is a concern. Uh, and even myself, I have that concern to some extent. But I want you to understand that remote notarizations are not for everyone. Right now, for example, if we're here in California, speaking of California, we could charge a maximum of $15 per notarized signature. And in a remote notarization, most of the time, people are paying $25 or more for a remote notarization. So if you're getting a notarization, does it make sense to pay $10 more to get a remote notarization over a traditional notarization? I don't believe so. Now, there are circumstances in which remote notarization does benefit the client, and I've been party of those notarizations. One, I had a client, they were in New York. This was last year sometime. The guy needed a will notarized. He was going to go through surgery. His sister was freaking out because they couldn't get a notary into the hospital. It was all locked down. And so remote notarization was how we made it happen. He was able to get his document notarized electronically and get it taken care of without him going outside of the facility or having somebody come in. So that is a perfect example of where remote notarization is the key. There's also other times where I've helped people where they're outside of the country, they need something notarized, they're in a different country, the document's going to be used here in the United States, and they need it notarized. Well, if let's say they're in Spain, or I'm just picking a country, but wherever, doesn't matter where it is, and they need something notarized, we can make that happen. So I just want you to be aware of the opportunity that you have to help people get things notarized. So we could be a solution provider to the public, or we can just tell the public we can't help them. I would want to be on the side of, let me try and help you get your problem solved, because it will eventually lead to business down the road. There's been many times where I've gotten referred by prior clients. They've referred their friends to me. And, obviously I'm benefiting from that because I was able to help them solve their problem. And that's essentially what you are doing as a notary public. In this situation, we're talking about Ron. If you're a notary in California, you're not acting in that office to get the notarization done per se, but you're helping the client because they can't be helped wherever they're located. You're helping them get their document notarized by linking them to a remote notary that can facilitate that, or that can accomplish that work for them. So I just wanted to share that with you. I'll just share that I am partnered with Cyberize It. You don't need to be, but it's just a lot easier to be. That platform, I like that platform because the owners have made it easy for other notaries or other people, you don't need to be a notary, to link into their platform and find a notary to get the work done. So you can, with that particular platform, you can pick notaries that you want to work with and vet those notaries and have them on your list. Or you could just throw it out to the world, and whoever sees it can snatch up the work and get it. So it works either or. But I have searched for notaries on specific platforms because a title company needs a specific platform. So, that's something that you need to be aware of as well, because there's, if you get into this type of work, somebody says, hey, we need it done. We need a remote notary, but we need this particular platform for the work to be done on. And you're like, okay, great. So you have to have that network of notaries. I'm going to do a plug for the Notary Family Database because I am collecting notary information. Whether you be a Ron or a normal notary, you could put that information in, and we're able to search that information based on the remote platform. So the remote notary platform, we can search up notaries based on that. So if we needed a notary that was on Doc Verify, that's a big one that I come across a lot. I can search Doc Verify, and all the notaries that are on that platform will come up, provided you put your information in the database. So it's free to put your name in the database. Go ahead and do it. I'm putting that link here in the description. It costs nothing to you to put yourself in the database. The only requirement is that you need to be a current commissioned notary to do that, and then you're in there. And then the database will only show current notaries. So if let's just say your commission expires next week, and you put your information in this week, and you don't have the updated information, your name will fall out if that doesn't get updated. So I just wanted to share that with you, trying to make it easy for people to find notaries. So the public can't search by your platform. Sorry. That's something that the notary family members have access to, but the public can search for notaries in your state, and state, county, and area code. They can look that information up in the database. So it's not locked down. You don't have to be a member to search it. But with all the other capabilities that I put in there for search criteria, that's something that you have to be a member of the notary family or pay for those sort of search capabilities. So if you don't want to be a member, if you're a notary and don't want to be a member of the notary family, but you want to search the database, it's $10 a year. So it's not that it'll break the bank, but that's what I'm charging. So, or I should say that's what the notary family is charging. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope this is helpful. Look into being a facilitator or remote notarizations. If you not interested in that, that's okay. If you're in a state that does remote notarization and you could be a remote online notary, awesome. Take advantage of that. Put that in your tool belt. And with that, I'll see you on the next one. Have a great one, everyone.